Hello, my dear Cancer. This is your horoscope for January 2024. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late for this forecast, but however, I felt this need to tell you how January is amazing and perfect month to all sorts of beginnings and initiations. So let me tell you all about January. On 4th of January, planet of action, planet of motivation, our engine, our drive, Mars moved into your seventh house. Wow, that is a placement. Seventh house is the house of love. This is the house of your steady sweetheart, your long-term relationships house, your partner and your spouse house. This is not the relationships that just started or let's say flirting. This is the stable relationships, solid relationships house. And this is also the house of business relationships, business partners, and a house of contractual agreements. And Mars moving here on 4th of January, right after New Year, probably, made you busy with contractual agreements to sign, some important papers to sign, busy with your sweetheart, your second half, or, you've been probably together, going through some errands, or business partners, establishing some company with your partner, or looking for a partner, or those partners were contacting you. And Mars is ruler of your 10th house, and here 10th house is all about your career, your job, your social status. And coming to your 7th house, it might indicate that those contractual agreements might be also about a job that you're going to start or you started, career like a position promotion, signing papers about your promotion or about salary rise or salary revise. And about your social status, now you are, let's say, a business owner opening business, and you sign those papers also here. And this 7th house, will be very important for you, my dear and sweet Cancers, in January. You will know why I'm saying this after I tell you all about January, because all the movement, all the actions of all the planets will, they will group in your 7th house during whole this January. So this house will be very important for you this month, and all the, let's say, life will be revolving around this area of your life. On the 11th January, there is a new moon in your 7th house, my dear Cancer. Moon is your ruler. It's your planet, and you are most affected of all the signs, by moon, and new moon especially, and eclipses as well. Everything related to moon, and it has a power, over you. And new moon will happen at 20 degrees in Capricorn, means your 7th house. So those who are born around 11th of July, plus or minus 5 days, will be the most affected, my dear Cancers. But all the signs, all the Cancers as well will be affected, but the most, let's say, events will be happening in the life of those who are born around 11th of July. And new moon, it means new beginnings, new initiatives, new life chapters beginning here. So on January 11th, maybe you will, if you've been dating someone, you might decide this is a time to go to a new level for your relationship, to get married, to propose, to be being proposed. You might receive a proposal, or if it's not about love, then it's about business relationships. Maybe you will decide this is a time that I will be a business owner, and you will start your own company, or establish a business with, or you will find that business partner, or you might get an offer from someone who would like to start with you as your business partner. And this new moon is superbly positive, is amazing new moon. So if you have such an offer, I would advise you to go for it, because this is very positive new moon, and it will unfold this new story of your life in a positive side, and bring great results. And this new moon will be supported, beautifully contacted by Uranus. Uranus is the planet of surprise. I love this planet because, I like surprises in general. And I think our life might get a little bit dull without surprises, right, dear Cancers? So, me myself, I am a Cancer sun, and I'm very excited for this month of January. So this new moon, and especially this new moon, because this new moon will be supported by the planet of surprise, Uranus, and that planet is located in your 11th house. And 11th house, my dear Cancers, it's the global house. It's the house of future, house of your dreams and wishes. Here at the new moon, your wish might come true, my dear lovely Cancers, and one or two, because Uranus is the planet of surprise, and you never expect what it's gonna bring to your life, but something very positive will happen, and it might be, it might catch you by surprise. and it will be very positive. 11th house is also house of internet, online. Maybe you will get some contact from, like, positive contact online, or someone will contact you, or you will establish your business online, and you will be crazy surprised how nowadays you can even by one click open a company. This might also happen. Also, 11th house is about events, big events, social events. You might have, get an invitation to an event that is also will be surprising to you, let's say, because you've never dreamed about it, let's say, but you've got this invitation with the help of Uranus, and it's giving you the surprise of the universe. So go for it. Accept the invitation and dress up and go to the light. It will be amazing. 12th of January, the next day after the new moon, is 5-star stellar day. Note this day, my dear Cancers. 12th of January, Mars, planet of action, our motivation engine, which is in your 7th house, will beautifully contact Saturn, planet of responsibilities, taking responsibilities, planet of discipline, of our strict teacher, which is located in your 9th house, and they both will contact Jupiter, planet of luck and fortune, giver of gifts of our universe, big angel of our universe. Showering us with gifts, which is situated in your 11th house. These three planets will make such a beautiful contact with each other, and around this day, because of this, on 12th of January, really, I feel that one of your dreams may come true, really, because but this dream most probably will be related, let's say, to your relationships, let's say with sweetheart, with your spouse, or long-term partner. Or if it's not a love, then it's about business partner. And this dream will come to life. And Saturn will make sure that it is from your heart, and this dream is aligning, let's say, with your destiny, and like your mind will put forward, like, on the right direction. It might be that your sweetheart will make a surprise also that will be concerning, let's say, a travel, or your long-held wish, like some destination, let's say, or about anything else that you've been long dreaming about, and your sweetheart make that for you, bring to your life that dream. Or it's the same about business partner. It might bring news about your, a company, or you might find the right business partner at this time if you've been looking for. It also be, about your, let's say, citizenship status that will, or immigration status. You might get that, and it will be for a long time, of course. Maybe even surprisingly, they will give you a longer period of residency status, for example, or visa that you haven't expected, actually. Or it might be news about your education. But you should know that here, this education will be, let's say, for the long term, and you will have to put their hard work, to earn that degree, to earn that certificate. Your application might be approved for that education if you've been waiting for an answer, and around this date you will know that, and most probably it will be positive one. Please leave in a comment if these kind of things are happening in your life, my dear Cancer. So, or if you are at that age, let's say at that period of life, you might get a news that you will become grandparents, let's say, and you will be crazy happy about it because that was your wish for a long time. Okay, on 14th of January, our little planet of communication, our postman of our universe, Mercury, will move into your 7th house again, my dear Cancers. You see how by the end of this month of January, your 7th house will be packed with planets that are moving direct, that are full force, fueling your 7th house, bringing all the topics related this area of your life. And most probably you will be quite busy during January around in this area of your life, and it will mostly it will be happy news. And Mercury coming to your 7th house might bring news about your contractual agreements, about that business that you opened during the new year, let's say, new moon on 11th of January, let's say, or about a contract, let's say, to sign, maybe with the new company, maybe about you're about to start a job and you're signing a contract around this date, because Mercury is the planet of signing contracts, and it's coming to your 7th house, house of contractual agreements. And on 20th of January, Sun enters your 8th house. The Sun is the light of our life, the light of our universe, coming to your 8th house, and it will be followed on 21st of January, the next day, by Pluto, planet of transformation and change, moving to your 8th house. So This too will bring a light to your, financial house, to your shared finances with your spouse or with anyone else surrounding you. It's about shared financial, let's say shared money, shared funds, or it's about other people's money that is coming to you as well. So here, Pluto is not like Sun, it will not just stay here for 1 month. It will stay here for 20 years, my dear Cancers. It will transform this area of your life, 8th house, and will change it for better. Remember that Pluto makes us stronger. And Pluto briefly will go out from your 8th house back to your 7th house for the last, one more time, final time in September until November 20th of this year. And on November 20th, it will move for good for 20 years into your 8th house. It will never come back to your 7th house, my dear Cancers, because now you are stronger. You know what kind of partners you want, and in business and in love, because you've got the lessons of Pluto in your 7th house. Now, 8th house is all about shared finances. Now you will be dealing with, let's say, your financial situation that you share with your sweetheart, with your long-term partner, with your spouse, or business partners if you have a business, let's say. Also, it's, it's about money, like from the government, like scholarships, some funding. Let's say if you've been like waiting for a news about a scholarship for your education or some funding from financial institutions, then around this time of January, you might get that news. Also, Pluto here, will set the stage. Until September, you will have the chance to see what kind of stage Pluto will be setting for you for the next 20 years. And believe me, that's going to be your financial rise stage. So if, of course, you will work with Pluto, you will have to work with Pluto to get to that financial stability, very big money, because Pluto is the planet of big money, and to that state of, independence, financial independence and stability of income. It might also bring to you financially stable or influential, inspiring people to you as business partners or as love partners as well. If you're still single, then be prepared that you might, let's say, end up with a person who's very influential, who has good funds, not good but big, stable, and who has authority. Or it might be also a little bit of like stressing partners as well, a little bit domineering. But Cancers, you have that shelf of yours. You can protect yourselves if needed. So be mindful with whom you are doing business or with whom you're sharing your heart. It might also bring, let's say, a big money that also, let's say, a little bit has not a clear or clean background, and the people same as well. So be aware again here for the next 20 years, and of course around this date, starting 21st of January, about your surrounding. And stay on the positive and the light side. My advice would be here. It might also bring inheritance. Around 21st of January and onwards, it might bring inheritance to you, my Cancers. It doesn't mean necessarily someone's passing away and leaving you inheritance. It might be that by surprise. Maybe you did something good to someone and you've got now, let's say, a house or a car or a good amount of money. And so also it might bring some profound changes to your funds. Maybe you would want to, if you are in that situation, you might want to establish a trust fund. Let's say open a trust fund. You might set up one during this time, and if you do so, it will last for years to come, my dear Cancers. So go for it. 8th house is also house of conception. So if you've been let's say hoping for a baby, it might finally there might be finally a very positive news for you, my dear Cancer. And wait for it. 23rd of January, planet of beauty and love and money, Venus, moves into your, guess where, 7th house, fueling even more, bringing more like activation for this area of your life. 7th house is again house, of your partnerships, love partnerships, business partnerships, contractual agreements, and Venus coming here, bringing more positive note, more sweet note, more love note here, pouring love into your love house. So it will make your relationships sweeter, and your relationship between your sweetheart will be smooth, and your sweetheart might be showing you more affection, more love, let's say, than usual. of course, make sure that your sweetheart shows you all the time this affection. Also, Venus being a planet of money also might bring money with contract to sign. So seventh house is the house of contractual agreements. For example, if we get married, we also sign the papers, right? That is a contract. So here, that's why it's all about love and business relationships and contractual agreements. So here, Venus coming here on 23rd January, around this date, it might be that you need to sign a contract that will involve good amount of money. Or sweetheart, or your spouse, let's say your partner, might be giving you a gift or preparing you a surprise. Or it simply means you might like mingle jingle and meet a person to whom you will be attracted. Very enchanting day. 25th of January, there is a full moon of this month, January, full moons. Again, here is the moon, and you are very affected by the moons and full moons and new moons. And full moons, they bring closure. And moon being your ruler, it affects you, let's say, more than any other sign. And full moon, it's about finishing up something. It's about bringing some results, putting the dot to some topics. And it will happen in your second house, my dear Cancers, at 5 degrees. So second house, the most affected by this full moon, Cancers, will be those who are born 26th of June, plus or minus 5 days around. And all the Cancers will be affected, but those are at that day and around that day will be the most affected. And second house is your money house, your earned money house. And money-related matters will somehow come to an end. If you've been waiting for news about your salary rise, salary revision, or earned some source, money source, if you've been waiting for news, then it will come, that news, around 25th of January. And salary or let's say tax-related payment also might come up. That most probably you won't be satisfied, let's say, because with this full moon there is a Pluto, planet of let's say, who likes to give pressures are involved. So you might not be so much satisfied, but it all depends on your situation, let's say, in life right now. On 27th of January, Uranus, planet of surprise. It's a planet of electricity. It gives us surprises, which is situated in your 11th house, will go direct. All the planets will go direct in January. It's an amazing month to start anything. So here, Uranus was retrograding, meaning moving backwards, moving, slower. Means like delaying things or postponing things, all the things related to your area of 11th house. Since 29th of August, almost 5 months was in retrograde motion, and on January 27th it will go direct finally. And finally, you will get a chance to your let's say dreams to pick up a pace. If you've been feeling a little bit frustrated about your goals, because 11th house is the house of future, about your future, it's a global house. So here, Uranus might give you more followers, more chances that are electrifying, that are unexpected, and your dreams might come true as well. Especially Jupiter is situated together with Uranus in your 11th house in January. Jupiter is the giver of gifts and Uranus is the giver of surprises. So it might be that universe will make your dreams come true even in a better way than you thought. Also, you might know that you are becoming granny or granddaddy if you are at that age, or let's say friends that stopped contacting you will come back to your life and they will start contacting you. You will get busy again with friends or meeting new people that are quite different from you and even from your friends, from your social circle, a little bit eccentric even, I would say, with a very different backgrounds. So these kind of people might enter your life. On January 28th, please note this date, my dear lovely Cancers, because this is another stellar day. This is another 5-star day when on the sky, Saturn, planet of responsibilities, hard work, and planet of discipline, which is in your 9th house, will make beautiful contacts to 2 other planets that are Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter in your 11th house and Venus in your 7th house. This beautiful connection between these 3 planets, might bring a travel with your sweetheart, or that might bring a promise that you will give each other and that will stand the time. That promise, that word that you will say around this day, or plans that you make with your sweetheart will last, my dear Cancers. Or business contract will be amazing to sign. It would be amazing to sign at this day a business contract. If you have such a contract to sign, do it on this day, because it will be for long. Saturn is a long time planet. It will make sure that that contract will be solid, and Venus will make sure that it will involve a good amount of money. At this day, another planet will be in a beautiful contact. It's Uranus, which is in your 11th house of dreams, will contact Mercury and Mars. Mercury, the planet of communication, and Mars, the planet of actions, both in your 7th house. So this is said to be very romantic day, because someone might come and tell you that they have a surprise for you. Someone you not expecting, even, like, might propose you, or just show their affection, that they love you, let's say. This was your horoscope, my dear Cancer. So as you see, this month is very positive, all the planets moving forward. So start anything. If you have to start, then start this in January. And your 7th house is packed with energy, is packed with amazing energy. Use this time and sign those contracts, do that business partnerships, get involved into that business, or your sweetheart will be sweet as sugar, or your love will flourish, and you will take it to the next level, most probably. And please leave in the comments if something of this is happening in your life. I would appreciate and hear from you amazing news, because January is set to be amazing for you guys, my dear Cancers. So see you in February. Bye bye.